Hello, this is Lookman of jacksinspiration.com. Our goal is to empower and inspire generations. We do that by sharing business ideas, by talking about mindset issues, by sharing life experiences, etc. Today's talk is about the smart worker. It's a mindset issue. We are also available. Well, this YouTube channel is Jack Lookman, and we have a Facebook presence on empowerment, inspiration, and support. And of course, you can get us on our blog, jacksinspiration.com. Now, I'll talk about the smart worker, a mindset issue. Now, there's this worker, he gets to work late on a daily basis, and he actually leaves work before the closing time. He spends most of his time playing computer games while at work. Sometimes he nods off, has a quick nap. But one thing that happens is that his output is always the best, always the best. He's the top performer. He excels at his job. He gets promotions regularly. All managers want him, all of them want him to be in their team. Obviously, he's the most favored. He has extensive breaks. In addition to coming late and leaving early, his break is very long. He puts on very expensive clothes, not the average clothes that his colleagues work or his managers wear. He has a a very expensive car as well. You might think, what an officer, isn't it? Well, on the other hand, there's another worker. That worker works hard but doesn't excel. That worker continues in the same old routine, doing the same old things day in, day out, year in, year out. And of course, when you do the same thing over and over, there's a chance that you might get the same results. Of course, that worker doesn't get any promotions because the output is low. The productivity is low. That worker, out of envy, etc., that worker wants to resign. They want to get another job, stressed out and worn out, stuck in the same old seat for ages, for years or years in and out. Now, what's your mindset as worker B? Well, do you want them to sack the first worker? Do you want to hurt him? Do you want to investigate him, either positively or negatively? Positively in the sense that you may want to learn from best practice, or negatively to dig into his past or his challenges and use that to blackmail him. Would you like to befriend him? Maybe by rub off. Would you like to sack the managers? Maybe they don't know what they are doing. You working and sweating and spending all the time in the world working, and of course you're not as productive. But all you see in him is that comes to work late, leaves early, has long breaks, computer games, etc. Do you think maybe the managers are incompetent and that all those managers should be sacked? Do you want them to demote the other officer because all you see is him sleeping, coming late, etc.? Do you think he should be demoted for that reason? Or do you think you should learn from him? If you investigate him positively and find out what he's doing good, what he's doing best, and maybe you can learn from his best practice, etc. When I say best practice, I don't mean that you should continue sleeping and coming late, etc. But maybe you can learn from his best practice. What's your mindset? Do you go about gossiping about him, telling the whole world, all he does is come to work late, leave early, sleep, play computer, that's all he does. And those stupid managers, all they do is continue promoting him. God knows what he's doing. Is that going to be your mindset? Now, if you may want to know the truth, of course, the guy may not tell you unless you ask him, and if he's willing to disclose that information. The truth about him is that this guy works at home. Most of his evening is working at home. He works smart and not hard. Most of his work, because he can work remotely, he outsources most of his work. He project manages the freelancers who he gives the work to. So he project manages them. He gives them tasks and tell them when to deliver, etc. Now his freelancers, he incentivizes them. Whenever he gets a pay rise, that also translates to his freelancers. So his freelancers are always happy to work with him. They're always happy to deliver, etc., etc. And when he's giving work to his freelancers, he articulates it very well. He dots every I, crosses every T. He makes sure he spells everything out, what he wants them to do. And when there is need for clarity, he makes sure he clarifies issues with them. Another thing about this worker A, he has his own business. So the work he does in the office is just part of his working life. He has his own business, which he manages as well. He has an understanding with his manager. He tells the manager, well, Mr. Manager, now actually I will deliver, but you have to pay me and incentivize me. I might come to work late. I might not spend too much productive hours, quote and unquote, while at work. But I'll get your work done and I'll get it done on time. And I'll give you quality, but make sure you don't penalize me for coming late or whatever I do in the office. I will deliver. What you've done is employ me to deliver XYZ. I will deliver XYZ, and I might even top it up with ABC. So he has this understanding with his manager. The quality of his life is very, very high. He enjoys himself, he works hard, he plays hard, etc. Now, what's your mindset? Now, are you going to give a thumbs down to this worker A, or are you going to give him a thumbs up? What's your mindset? Food for thought? Well, I hope you learned one or two things. Sometimes we are too quick to judge. We might not know the facts. We just make a judgment based on what we see on the surface. So I hope this has been beneficial, and I hope it's been food for thought for you. My name again is Jack Lookman. Our blog is jacksinspiration.com, www.jacksinspiration.com. We have a Facebook presence on empowerment, inspiration, and support. It's a Facebook group. And of course, this YouTube channel is Jack Lookman. And of course, we've written a few books. If you go to your Amazon website, you should be able to find us if you search for Jack Lookman, Jack, J-A-C-K, and Lookman, L-O-O-K-M-A-N. We have quite about 3 or 4 books at the moment, and we keep building on this. I hope you found this beneficial. Jack Lookman again from jacksinspiration.com. Ireo. Thank you.